test 1, 2, 3. Test 23, test 1, 2, 3.
This ain't your mama's racing stream. ain't your mama's racing stream.
This is VRN, your trusted leader in e-motorsports.
All right, welcome back, Vigilante Nation. We're getting set for round 10 of the Vigilante Racing League's Premiere Series. This is VRN coming to you live from virtual Las Vegas, Nevada for the Neon Funeral 200. My name is Alan Vaught, and I am joined tonight by Ricky Wittenberg here in the booth, and we'll be bringing you all of the racing excitement and action here tonight. As always, I want to make sure I acknowledge my beautiful and talented wife, Lori, for managing this series, these drivers, and just making sure everything goes smooth and supporting us. Could not do this without her. So tonight, folks, we are racing at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, the neon lit, high speed, high grip, intermediate battleground. Las Vegas Motor Speedway is a 1.5 mile trial, well known for its smooth surface, wide racing lanes, and relentless aero demands. Unlike the abrasive ovals, Vegas is all about commitment, holding throttle through long, sweeping corners, managing dirty air, and keeping the car balanced in turbulent packs. With multiple grooves and big momentum swings, Las Vegas Motor Speedway rewards drivers who can stay aggressive without overstepping the edge. And we're going to see who's out here to gamble tonight and who can come home a winner. All right, let's get you started with some race details as they're going through qualifying right now, folks. So again, we're at Vegas round 10, 133 laps, that's 200 virtual miles. There is 65% limit on that fuel tank, and these drivers only have 3 additional sets of tires over the wall, so they have 4 total for this race. There is no fast repair in this series, and the incident limit is set to 25 and 6. As always, iRacing controls the cautions, the lucky dogs, and the waiver rounds. Now, as far as championship points are concerned, you got the number 51 Dylan Bryant on top of the leaderboard right now, 17 points in front of Chris Goins in second. And then just a bit further back in third, you got the 31 of Jacob Alicia. Fourth, you have Andy Player, only 1 point out of third. And the 48, Jack Dixon, rounds out your top 5 here in the Premier Series with only a few races to go. In fact, I will let you know exactly what that is. After tonight, we have only 3. We have Talladega, Auto Club, and Homestead. So next week, the big gamble is going to be Talladega. So we'll see how that goes. We'll get switched over here. See if we can catch anybody still out there on the track qualifying. They should be wrapping up in a moment. Take a look. As with that, hey, Ricky, what do you have any thoughts as we get ready for this race tonight?
And it's Vegas. You never know what's going to happen in Vegas. I don't know if they're going to be drafting. The trucks are going to draft like they do sometimes, or if they're going to get all split out. But I know that it's probably going to be an interesting race either way, because there'll be a lot of strategy if it does get split up, but if they don't, they're going to be on top of each other all night.
Yeah, it's interesting enough. Let's see if this shows here. Yeah, it shows now. I don't know why it didn't show previously. Of course, button's acting up sometimes. So we got Mayberry finishing out his qualifying run as Albert Anderson's just finishing his and currently holds second. See if Aaron Warren's still on the track. Here he is. Aaron Warren's still out there. See if I can get this button to work right real quick. You know how it is with these updates and everything. Sometimes things just don't want to speak to each other. And a few others are still on track. Andy Player. Yep, button's still not working. Okay. We'll do it manually tonight. Happens sometimes. All right, we only have anybody else out there, so we'll go through the running order. And that's not working either. These guys are killing me, man. All right, everything else seems to be working, but not some of these particular things here. So let's look at. I'll give it one more shot here.
We should have a grid for the race in a second as they grid up.
There we go. We're going to go manual mode. Here we go. All right. So top step, Jack Dixon, first place. Albert Anderson, second. Dylan Bryant, third. Craig Goodenough, fourth. Tim Pope hasn't been here for a while, but he's back on the grid in fifth place. Dave Mayberry, sixth. Scott Milner in seventh. Scott Roney in eighth. Andy Player, 9th. Jonathan Osborne, 10th.
Yeah, Trevor Robertson, 11th. Aaron Warren, 12th. Jacob Alicia, 13th. Chris Goins, 14th. Anthony Williams, Jesse Redding, Kelly Kill, Stoney Benfield in 18th. Greg Klein, 19th. And John Shanebacher rounds out the top 20.
Greg Dawson's 21st. 22nd is John Gallagher. 23rd, Mike Adamson. 24th, John McAdam. 25th, Russ Kilgore. 26th, Tom Barish. 27th, Andrew Cawthon, and 28th position is Dion Jones. And let's take a look also. So some of those guys towards the back there are there because they have a penalty. So the 4 machine, the 4 of Dion Jones, 2 of Russ Kilgore, the 47 John McAdam, the 10 Andrew Cawthon, the 23 Sean McDonald, and the 35 Tom Barish. So we'll see if these guys are able to race their way through the field and get back into this race. Now, the good news is the camera buttons are working. I don't know what's gremlins going on here tonight. as they're waiting to get rolling here. So, I mean, it should be a great race. I mean, it's kind of an all-out. It's almost like a super speedway in some ways. The flat-out throttle for a good portion of the first part of the run. You know, unless you're behind someone, sometimes it can get tight, you know, and you have to crack the throttle to make sure you make it through the corner. But we'll see if these guys are able to get stretched out and have a good run here tonight.
And you've got some fast guys that have had penalties or whatever that's having to start at the back. So I'm sure John McAdam, Mike Adamson, Russ Kilgore, they're going to be trying to, you know, get up through the field as fast as they can just in case there are no cautions. With the way we run our league here and sometimes the clean races that we have, can't bank on those cautions. So it's one of those things where you don't have the luxury of just hanging back.
Yeah, for sure. Hold on one second, folks. I'm going to reset this audio and the buttons.
Good luck, fellas. Good to see you back, Mr. Coach.
All right, we're back. Yeah, we're getting ready to roll here. You can see that truck duck off. We're going to be underway for 133 laps here tonight. We do have 7 onboard cameras I'll show you throughout the night as well in real-life cockpits, as Jack Dixon is going to lead them off here, but he is not going to launch first. It's going to be on the flagman. And we are underway, folks. That 99 gets a great start there on the outside. Anderson takes the lead immediately over the 48. 48 just doesn't get a great start. Anderson tries to time them out. Sometimes he gets bit by the officials, but it doesn't look like he has so far on this one. I know he's cutting down on the apron there. You'll see that with a lot of these guys. Nice big field here tonight, 28 trucks in all. We're getting geared up for the new season coming up, folks. We're in this series, we follow real life NASCAR schedule. So we're only a few weeks away from Daytona and the start of a new Vigilante Premiere Series season. As I mentioned, only 3 more races remain. I mean, look at the lead that Anderson's getting here. He does have Craig good enough. Jumping down that bottom line, going to be in pursuit here. I still got you, Ricky?
Yeah, just watching the action, trying to decide if looks like they're drafting a little bit, but the way Albert was able to jump out there, I guess if you've got a fast enough truck, you can pull away from a pack by yourself.
Yeah, for sure. All right, now you're riding on board with Albert Anderson out of Washington, D.C. in that Country Time Lemonade machine. Get a little onboard from the roof cam here. He's coming out of 3 and 4. We're going to ride around with him for one lap here. You can hear it doesn't sound like he is coming out of the throttle at all so far. Seems to be pretty much flat out at the moment. Now he's got the benefit of clean air, so good downforce on those front tires. The guys behind him, especially kind of mid pack, you're probably looking at a little bit of a push, especially we're 5 laps into it. We'll see how far before they start wearing those tires out.
Yeah, I'm looking at the some of the lines. You've already got a few guys kind of ripping the high line a little bit, especially through 3 and 4. Osborne was up on the top the last time. Also, Trevor Robertson was up on the top. Now Osborne's on the top of 1 and 2, so I think he may be trying to run that ragged edge and run that high line, and you can save tires running up there in the where it's not rubbered up as bad. and you're not having to turn the truck quite as much with the radius.
And for sure, you're riding on board right now. We're going to kind of watch him for the moment. This is Jonathan Osborne racing with us out of Woodbury, New Jersey, running that high line like Ricky was talking about here. Jonathan also is gracious enough to give us a camera view. Whoa. Gonna be three wide here in a moment. Each and every week. I'll give you a look at that.
I think players probably looking at his mirror going, I thought I was running the top line, but apparently I'm not.
Yeah, it's pretty tight little group of guys right here in the mix at the moment. Drop back here just a little bit more. Maybe get us a look from the chopper. See that 31 there of Jacob Alicia. That green and red machine. Followed by Chris Gomes, the number one. He's second points right now. Kind of surprised to see Chris this far back. Unless I had an issue during qualifying.
Got a bunch of people out in the chat, Alan, tonight. Nicole Walsh cheering for the 51. We've got Tim McAdam, obviously cheering for John. John had to start at the back, so he's working his way toward the front as we speak. We've got Red Arnell out there pulling for Craig Goodenough. And hope y'all enjoy the race tonight. They're already getting spread out a little bit. I'm trying to look through the pack here, and you've kind of got a couple of stragglers, and then you've got a smaller little pack, and then you've got a little. They're not totally separated, but it looks like they are kind of separating. Just 18 laps into this race.
Yeah, I'll pop
11
up
laps into this race.
Yeah, I'll pop up the track map in a second. We'll see how far they're actually getting spread out here. You're riding on board with the 01 machine. Kelly Kill, right in the middle of this. He's I got a little space in here in between these packs. You can see his onboard camera there. Good looking three panel view. Yeah, so let's take a look at that track map. If it's gonna work for me, it's probably not. It seems weird that SDK is not talking to the box tonight, so all these will have to be manual. Let's take a look at the map here, if I can remember where it's at. I don't remember where it's at. Here it is. Well, they're looking pretty tight on the track map, though.
Yeah, the track map makes it look a lot closer than it feels
really
like
is.
that it is.
Yeah, it surely do.
Now there are those guys that we're watching right now. Kelly Kill, Greg Klein, Redding. That little group, they are kind of racing pretty tough with each other. So I think that once we get to about, from what I remember racing Las Vegas, it seems like you can pretty much go flat out for 10 to 15 laps, but then it starts slipping. So I would expect some separation probably here in the next few laps.
Yeah, we're right here about to cross over to start 15. So to your point, we should see that. But I kind of got this nice TV3 view here. You can really see just how far these guys are strung out, but still on top of each other because we have so many trucks. So we're going to go to the back, though. We're going to work our way forward, kind of go through the field here. Oh, no. Looks like the 21 ran around the 01. Did they save it?
They catch it. They caught it.
085. Now we have caution.
Caution's out.
Wow, we'll go back and take a look at that. We caught that. I didn't want to switch camera views on you, but we'll go back and get a closer look. Almost didn't bring out the caution, and Greg Dobson and Stoney are the ones who may have not worked out for as much. So let's get a look here. This is Stoney Benfield in the 75 machine here, Albemarle, North Carolina's own. he's just kind of a victim of this. He's in there trying to check up, and it has nowhere to go. Is the 085 also kind of got caught up in this as well? Let's back this up just a bit. Here we see the starts up here between the 01 and the 21. So that's going to be Kelly Kill, and then the 21 machine is Jesse Redding. And they both seem to kind of come out of it and are okay, but a little bit of carnage behind them. We'll actually go up here and take a look off of their nose. Probably might be easier that way, right? Get a look from 21's already completely sideways here. And it looks like he just goes to turn down. The 01's there, doesn't turn down quite as early. Starts to spin off. They both catch it. And then here's where 085 gets a piece in the 75. But they didn't get tore up, though.
Yeah, I think the 21 may have been, it's one of those things where you're following the guy in front of you in the line. And if he was drafting into the corner and he was watching the line and the truck in front, I think that might have been what happened. It looks like he may just barely come down, didn't know that Kelly was quite there.
Yeah, Kelly is getting there right at that moment. And also there was I thought I saw some sparks off of that truck in front of, I did. So that might have been some of it too. The 21 may have been spooked by looks like 19 up there, scrapes the wall, puts some sparks down. He goes to turn thinking he's going to have to dodge it. I'm thinking that contributed.
Yeah, and you see the flame come out of the right pipe right before Kelly Kill makes contact with him, and I think that's where he lifted as he turned down, and just that little bit of lift and that turn, that's what got them together. But luckily, it looks like everybody's going to come out of this pretty well okay. I mean, I'm sure Dobson and Stoney Benfield may have a little bit of damage to repair, but I don't think that it should be major.
So let's take a look and see who went to the pit lane. Your leader, he went down pit lane. So they only had 3 extra sets of tires tonight to go in and change. And if you're keeping track at home, 133 laps, if you're dividing that over 3, they need to go about 44 laps. So I don't know that these guys changed tires. And for the pit times, I don't think they did.
Yeah, it doesn't. I have to go back and look, but I don't think most of them did.
Yeah, I'm looking at like 7-second pit stops, 8-second pit stops, 6, just under 7. I don't know that they changed tires. If they did, they would have only been able to get 2. So it looks like a lot of on fuel only. So they maybe make some strategy plays later in this event. We should see the lights go out on top of that pace truck. And we do. So 1 lap to go. We're going to be back under green. First caution of the night. 18 laps into this, folks. We're going to get back underway at 19 and get on with this. And once we get underway, if we have a clean getaway, we'll go through the field like we were about to do when that occurred. Yeah, so let's talk. Well, actually, I'm going to save it for when we got more time. But I'm going to talk later about our new car for the Vanquish Series, Ricky, later on. It came through flying, I mean, really kind of a landslide vote we had to get the ARCA car for the Vanquish Series starting next season. But we'll talk a little bit more in depth on that. Just got to be thinking about that between now and the next caution or next opportunity we have to talk.
Oh, I'm coming. I'll be there.
For the onboards tonight, I haven't said that yet, but I said 7. You've seen probably a few of them, but Kelly Kill, Scott Roney, Greg Dobson, Andy Player, Stoney Benfield, Jonathan Osborne, and Craig Goodenough all have cameras tonight, so we'll get a chance to look at those here shortly. I didn't talk about the weather much as we're getting underway here, but it's only 73 degrees, air temp 78 on the track, 32 humidity, 11-mile-an-hour wind, so great weather, clear skies, and we're getting back underway. And we're back underway, and it is by Albert Anderson. He controlled that. Every restart is controlled by the leader. Once they hit the restart zone, he gets full advantage of that as they battle for second right behind him. '51 pushing that 99, looking to take maybe the line around the outside, get some momentum going. Nothing else gives him some breathing room from the 89 of Craig Goodenough. Yeah, Kyle, see in the chat, only 2 teams did the Daytona 28. The other one finished the original. the original stint that we began. Oh, you see the 023's in the wall back there. Listen a little bit. That's Scott Roney.
Hopefully he just touched it just enough not to do some damage, because he caught it decent little bit there.
Yeah, tonight with Roney, we actually have a double view for him. Yeah, Lori, if I refresh the paints, it's going to kill them all. They got what they got for tonight. She's talking about refreshing the paints. For some reason, it's probably a reset. You see that, oh, that's like the 81 scraping the wall now in front of the 023, but now we're riding on board with Scott Roney. Just wanted to give you a view of his cockpit here tonight. And Scott's got two views, double view. One right there, you're looking at him, and then you can see his onboard as well. What he sees in his screens, rather. Oh, the 48 gets into the wall a little bit. I mean, they're just slicing and dicing. They're, like I mentioned earlier, it's kind of like a super speedway for a little while after a restart.
Yeah, and three wide, they're wrecking. They're gonna wreck.
Who is it?
Alicia. They didn't, but man, it was tight.
Oh, they might still wreck. Look at this.
It was Alicia Robertson and well, that was two of the three. I don't know who the third one was because I saw it in a blimp view that I was watching, but they were very tight, and they somehow sorted it out, but it was close.
You see Albert Anderson out there. He's kind of stretching it out, been controlling this race from the very beginning. Got Dylan Bryant right behind him. Craig Goodenough, it rounds out your top three. Tim Pope is back. He's in fourth, up one spot from where he began. And Jonathan Osborne is running fifth. So let's go ahead and take you from front to back like I mentioned previously. While we're talking about Mr. Anderson here, he's not in his tow call machine because paints don't seem to be updated, folks. Actually, I'll try it one time, but I don't think it's going to make a difference for you. I think it's just going to give me because it's already loaded in. I'm actually not going to mess with it. I really wish updates would not occur as often as they do. But anyway, so Albert is sponsoring both the Vanquish and the Premiere Series here for the fall seasons this year, and we appreciate that. And his company is Tow Call, so we're going to make sure we give him a shout out for that. I'm doing all these manually here. So Tow Call. If you live in the Washington, D.C. metro area and you find yourself in need of a tow, a jump start, lockout, or a tire change, make sure you get in touch with Tow Call. You can reach them at towcallroadside@gmail.com. That's all together, towcallroadside@gmail.com. And they'll be out there with fast and professional service and take care of your needs. So, Washington, D.C. area, when you think you need a tow, get in touch with Tow Call. And thanks again to Albert for supporting the series as we go through the field. In second place, you got Dylan Bryan out of Stem, North Carolina. He's got a lot of folks out there pulling for him in the chat tonight and every single night. So plenty of following there. Superman's throwing his cape out tonight, hoping to get around that Country Time Lemonade machine there by the end of this. Craig Goodenough, he's got an onboard camera tonight as well. We haven't taken a look at yet, that 89 machine. He also gives us some pretty cool information, which I want to pull up as well. There he is. He gives us a heart rate monitor and a foot cam. Now I'm going to have to... Actually, I got one thing covering that. Let me fix that for you.
When you say foot cam on YouTube, there's probably about 100 people click over.
No, I hear you. It's giving us a pedal cam. Maybe I'll call it a pedal cam.
Yeah. We're going to get some new viewers that you didn't expect.
So here we are looking at Craig. Got a good look at him in his cockpit, but you also got a good look at his pedals and his heart rate. His highest heart rate in the middle there. His peak was 125 so far in this race. He's currently at 106, and his average is sitting at just about 90. So it's kind of cool when you see him in some of these races more than others.
Sorry, Alan.
Where you at? Who are you looking at?
It's okay. They sorted it. It was Alicia again, but they sorted it out again. So
Let's So anyway, on some of these tracks, he ends up having a very high heart rate, and it's pretty cool to get a chance to see that. Continuing through the field, we got Tim Pope. Tim is with us out of Roseboro, North Carolina. Like I said, has been absent for a little bit, taking a break, getting probably back into it and getting geared up for the next season so he can take it to these guys. One of our provincial favorites. Every week he is on the track. Jonathan Osborne. Go ahead.
Glad to see. I was going to say I was glad to see Tim Pope back out there because he's a contender every week, and man, when he's out there, everybody has to step up their game. It seems like because Pope is tough to beat. It looks like he didn't. It looks like he took 2 months off, and it looks like he was racing every day. But I'm sure he actually wasn't.
Right. Yeah, for sure. So Jonathan Osborne sits here in 5th position, closely followed by Jack Dixon. One of 2 of our Canadian brothers in the field tonight, along with Greg Dobson. We have up to 4 Canadian drivers at any given time, and we appreciate them racing with us. In the 7th position, Chris Gomes making his way forward. He was a little further back than I expected, but that caution probably helped him catapult up here to nearly into the top 5. Races with us out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And that number 1 High Tide Hospitality Machine. And next up, we have Dave Mayberry in the 8th position. Races out of Tucson, Arizona. 47 machines just behind him. John McAdam. He's up 15 positions so far, running in 9th. Great run for him thus far. You got the closer, John Schaenbachler. That number 12 machine right there, Mobile 112 machine. He's also up 10 positions. And next up, we have Jacob Elisha out of Indianapolis, Indiana. I know those Hoosiers are awfully happy this last week, having won the national title, and going undefeated. So I'm sure he's real proud of that. And it's not too much longer before the month of May is upon us for IndyCar. And Jacob has told me separately that he's always a huge fan. Of course, he would be, being from Indianapolis. I don't know if he would be welcome back if he said he wasn't. And we got Scott Roney out of Salt Lake City, Utah. We looked at his cameras earlier. He's getting passed right now by Mike Adamson, looking like he's in a hurry in that 88 machine out of Sanford, Florida, overtaking Scott for that 12th position. And looks like Trevor Robertson in the 6th machine out of McCrory, Arkansas is going to follow him through if he can. Don't know if perhaps Scott is worn out his tires a little bit earlier than he expected, but it looks like these guys, these hungry hounds, all over his back bumper right now. Andy Player in the 13 machine out of Concord, New Hampshire, trying to overtake the 023 on the bottom. You got the 123. John Gallagher on and they're wrecking.
Oh.
On the back stretch going into 3's a wreck.
That's the number 10 machine, Andrew Koth. We almost got through the field, but not quite. We'll go back and we'll take a look at this. Oh, looks like 2 come up and the 10 came down, maybe.
Good to see you, Tom.
Sorry, Rennie. They were blasting on me.
Oh, 2 got tore up pretty good.
2 is definitely coming up, and I think the 10 came down just a little bit. They just ran together. They one jigged and the other jagged, or one zigged and the other zagged, maybe. But either way, they both wound up in the wall.
Yeah, you can see that 10's up there on the outside, maybe looking to tuck in behind the truck, but he was with, and they met in the middle. And both paid the price for that one.
That's 2 weeks in a row with hard inside contact for Kilgore. I'm pretty sure last week he had a pretty good shot that I think it blew his engine when he hit the wall last week.
Yeah.
I don't think this blew his engine, but he hit it pretty good.
You're watching current leader Dylan Bryant bring him down pit lane. Good enough, Dixon, Anderson. So we're doing some slicing and dicing up front while we were going through the field. We'll see if he comes out on top here. Like Osborne comes off first. Then there's Bryant and others. So I'm thinking Osborne perhaps didn't take any tires. He didn't. Only 7 seconds on pit lane. So there's your new leader. Let's see if he's able to hold it or how bad he drops back. Maybe he took tires on the first pit stop. I don't recall that I saw that.
Yeah.
So you never know.
I'm going back right now because as soon as you said he didn't take tires, I wanted to go see if he did the last time.
Yeah, because that's going to be, I mean, if he's 37 laps into these tires, he's going to drop like a stone. There are only a few laps. You know, I mentioned earlier, if you evenly divided the race up, you're looking around 44 laps. So they're sitting at 37 right now. So it's not too far off. I would definitely have taken tires right here if I had not taken them early. Now, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe Jonathan did.
He did not. So he is 37 laps into his tires.
Wow, this is going to be interesting.
I mean, it's not the worst strategy in the world if he stays on the lead lap and if they go 20 laps here and these other guys don't want to pit, he pits, he's going to look like, he's going to be looking like Superman out there because then he'll be just tearing it up from the back. But that's about the only way that can work is if he gets some timely cautions.
Yeah, we're thinking they can go about 33 laps on a fuel tank. And we're sitting at lap 38. About to go green. So it leaves us with about 95 laps to go. He'd have to pit with about 62 to go. Well, he took fuel, just no tires. If he goes,
how many
I don't
extra
know.
Sets
they only
do
get
they have
3
over the wall.
Just 3
total.
Yeah.
So 2 extra sets or 3 extra sets?
3 extra. They had 4
3
total
extra.
for the
4
race,
total.
including what they started on.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're going 133 laps, you go 3, 6, 9, 12. You could take. I don't know how that's going to work out for Osborne. I think the best way for that to work out for him is to cycle and be somewhere in the middle of the pack, and then there's a late race caution with maybe 15 or 20 to go, and he's the only one that's got tires. That's the only way that's going to work.
Well, he got a good start, which he definitely needed. Didn't spin the tires and cause pileup or anything, or check up. But I imagine that the 89 to 51 are just going to roll past him here. You just see the speed coming off of those trucks as he's going to be in the sucker hole as they're going down the backstretch, maybe going into. Look at this. This is not. Yeah, he's got to be banking on the cautions or something. The 7's going to go right the 4. I mean, look at he's standing still.
Oh, had a big blink from Bryant there, but he came back.
It still may work out for him. We just got to find out. Kyle Volt's out there in the chat saying, might have forgotten to click those tires. Maybe so.
Kyle, you just read my mind because that's actually, I started to think, I thought maybe he accidentally didn't have the tires selected and then he just kind of thought that he's already made that bad, he might as well lay in it, because if he came in with 1 to go and took tires, then you're at the very back and you've got the tires, so you might as well just take your punishment here.
Yeah, now the hard part's going to be staying out of trouble, as these guys are definitely going to be all over him. You saw him scrape the wall just a bit there. Try to manage your descent through the field, I would say, so you can get there safely. He's doing well so far. Running that high line, letting these just, not really trying to fight these guys. Smart play by the 81. We'll have to get a word with him maybe if we have another caution here. We're going to jump back, though, and go through the field from the back. We're going to start off with Andrew Cawthon. Man, he's really back here now. Let's see. Oh, yeah, they've lost. He must be riding with damage. So he's riding in 27th right now. We're going to jump up here. We've got Deion Jones of Dimondale, Michigan. He's at the very back of the main pack here, number 4 and 26th. Andy Blair. Between him and Jonathan just went behind him there. But Andy's down 15 spots. Must be maybe a strategy play running in 24th. The 085 Greg Dobson at Newmarket, Ontario, Canada, running 23rd. Jack Dixon, Mitchell, Ontario, Canada. I got the 2 Canadian guys right here. Maybe they're going to dice it up here in a minute. Jack is down 20 spots, running 21st, so probably another strategy play going on here. He's running right here around Scott Milner out of Pittsburgh, Indiana, in 21st. And they are both trying to pass the 35 machine here. Tom Barish out of Pass Christian, Mississippi. No one machine Kelly Kill out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin is running in 19th. You got Stoney Benfield here, the 75, the faster passer himself out of Albemarle, North Carolina. He's running in the 18th position. And we appreciate him giving us that onboard look there. Like he's wearing some Dale Jr. gloves. Greg Klein running in 17th. Stoney's trying to pass him here, but Greg is up 2 spots in that 92 machine right now. Forward of them, the 22 of Aaron Warren out of Jasper, Alabama. Aaron's down 4 spots as he runs at the moment. 6 machine, Trevor Roberts out of McCrory, Arkansas. Down 4 spots, running in 15th. Just trying to get around that outside of the 5 machine of Anthony Williams out of Blanchard, Oklahoma. Anthony's running at 14th. He's gained 1 spot so far overall for the night. And that's going to depend on whether or not the 6 can get around him. Jesse Redding, you saw him, incredible save earlier on. I mean, he had that truck completely sideways. Jesse races with us out of Knoxville, Iowa. Running in 13th. John Shanebach out of Louisville, Kentucky, and that 12 machine is up 8 spots. The 12 is running in 12. We got Mike Adamson running 11th at the moment, up 12 spots, right alongside, or right behind now, John Gallagher in that 123 P3 Orion machine. And Dave Avery started 6th tonight. Now he currently runs in 9th, still having a good run overall. He's leading this kind of a second pack here, and they're starting to try to pass him. Don't know if he's burnt some of the good rubber off there or not. You see John Gallagher getting around him. Next up, you got Chris Gomes and Tim Pope here dicing it up. These guys are running 7th and 8th respectively. Again, Tim's back with us after a little bit of a hiatus. A planned one, by the way. So sometimes you just got to take a step back and refresh. Just forward, you got Scott Roney of Salt Lake City, Utah, in that 23 machine running in 6th. Up 2 spots so far. Jacob Alicia of Indianapolis, Indiana, up 8 spots, running 5th. John McAdam up 20 positions so far, running in the 4th place. So good run for him thus far. We got Craig Goodenough. Let's see if his heart rate changed at all since this began. I'm going to pull that up here. It has. His peak is 134, so he must have been in and around something to get him a little bit excited. Currently, average of 95, and running at the moment at 116 beats per minute. And Albert Anderson up front all night in 1st and/or 2nd. Currently running in the 2nd position, right where he started the race. Looking very strong here tonight, America's driver is. Just behind Dylan Bryant in that 51, racing out of Stem, North Carolina. And that, folks, is through the field. See if we can find you some tight battles here. These 4 trucks are all over each other.
Looks like the best battles, Robertson and Mayberry and that 2nd pack. They're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at right here. See, Schabacher trying to find a way through in that 12 truck. 6 might come out on top here, starting to lead this pack. Oh, gets so close to that wall. 29 is going to try the crossover. See if that momentum on the outside is going to benefit Robertson or not. Start to gain some speed. Looks like he is going to end up being clear, and the 29 is going to have to settle in. And now battle with the 12 machine. Shane Bachler. Got these other guys looking on, ready to go. Good battle. 53 laps into this race out of 133. They were last on pit lane, what, 46? I told you they could run, and it's just an estimation, folks, about 33 laps. So we should see around lap 79. They're going to have to start making pit stops again. That's a good ways off. More than 20 laps.
You got a better run off of there than I was expecting.
And it looks like everyone... Andy Player maybe didn't take tires either. I see him in like a 5-second pit stop.
He came back in with one to go, so he must be doing some kind of a fuel strategy play.
He's not dropping off precipitously like we saw Jonathan Osborne. Jonathan's actually out of the race. Did we miss something? Okay, he's coming back on. He must have went ahead and hit pit lane. He's going to go ahead and take his medicine, took his tires. We'll see where he's at in relation to the field. So he's outlined or circled in green there, the number 27. That's the position he's running in. You can see he's nearly 3/4 of a lap down right now. First place is mid-back stretch, and he's coming out of 4, making his way towards the start-finish line. Right meow. Well, not quite. Right meow. There we go.
So he's a full lap down plus. He's almost 2 laps down. Yeah, he's a lap and a half down.
That's not good. All right, we're back up front with Dylan Bryant, starting to stretch it out here over Craig Goodenough. He's out to nearly a 0.6 second. Now he is over 0.6 lead of second place. I mean, Dylan's really managing his tires well, managing the race. Jacob Alicia, Craig Goodenough, Albert Anderson, these guys are all fast in the top 4, so it might come down to strategy play, who hits pit lane first, undercuts, overcuts, and the like. See if we can run through some of your cameras here tonight. While we have this opportunity.
Those top 3 are trying to pull. They're all a little bit separated from one another, but they're pulling from 4th on back, it looks like.
Yeah, we'll take a look here. You can see they're starting to stretch out just a bit at the front of the field.
Hi, Dave.
You can see how piled up it is on that track map for the rest of them. So, yes, they are definitely pulling out a little bit as the 51 blinks. Sometimes that happens. Hopefully it's not systemic, and we end up losing him altogether. You can see that right there. Oh, see a little contact. Somebody's in the wall back there. It's like they gather it back up.
Got to give a shout out to John McAdam. I know he started at the back, and Mike Adamson both. I think Gallagher was back there too. So 3 of the drivers that started at the back are all in the top 10 now.
We're going to take a quick look at some of these cameras. We're on board right now with Kelly Kill out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and that really neon green looking VRN machine. We appreciate him supporting the channel. Right now, Kelly is up 1 position, running in 16th overall for the night. Next driver should be the 023 machine, Scott Roney. Scott with us out of Salt Lake City, Utah. At 023, he's down 3 spots, running 11th. Right now, he's battling with the likes of John Shanebacher and Jesse Redding. Try to hold on to this spot. Now we're going to go on board with Greg Dobson. Got that low down looking camera view there. Probably doesn't realize he's got that cord going through it. You still see his face pretty good. Using a Logitech machine, that's a great setup. I used it for many years. Super competitive with it, so I recommend it. Logitech, probably a G920 looks like. He's driving that purple People Eater machine right now. It's like maybe it's a NOS machine. Take a look as we go back full screen here. Yes, it is indeed. It's because the paints aren't updated. I know these guys are running different paints tonight, so for some reason, by trading paints, uploaded old paints this evening.
I actually see the NOS paint scheme too, and on Albert Anderson's when I reloaded, he's actually, to me, it looks like he's in a Sunoco paint scheme. So
Okay.
I'm seeing different schemes all across the board.
Maybe there's something going on with trading paints then. All right, let's take a look at the 10 machine.
Maybe we don't
He's
close
had
the doors
had
up and
some
burn up our stuff.
bad luck tonight so far. He's not there anymore. I lost that one. Or did I not have that tonight? I thought I had him. I usually have him. Let's find the 13 of Andy Player. I know he's playing a strategy. Well, I think he's playing a strategy. Usually is playing a strategy, I would say also. He's always coming up with ways to come out on top in these races, and if not on top, out towards the front. Right now, he's running in 20th, 11 positions down from where he began the race. But to your point, he hit the pit lane one more time and topped off that fuel. He does a lot of fuel strategy and really takes care of his gear and is usually there at the end competing for these wins.
Follow you, bro.
I'm following both of you.
I think I have a Dixon machine tonight. Let's see. No, next up's going to be Stoney Benfield, actually. That's 75. We haven't had Stoney's camera very often, so we appreciate that.
99 hitting this time.
Sounds like 99's hitting pit lane. So we'll take a look at Stoney, and then we'll go up here and watch these pit stops. It's a little early by my estimation that they're going in, but you see Stoney running here down 3 spots in the 21st position right now.
Got Edith Anderson's joined us in the chat. Tim Brown is pulling for the 47. Edith Anderson obviously pulling for Albert, and Perk Leclerc in the chat tonight here too.
Out there, Aaron. I got tight.
Oh, Albert overshoots his box just a little bit. He's the first one on pit lane here. This seems a little early at 67. He's playing some strategy here, I would imagine. Taking his full 4 tires. Probably his second time taking tires, I would imagine. At lap 67. And rolling back out there. He's going to come out.
Oh,
What did you see?
goodness. Greg Klein blocked the wall a little bit. Him and Gallagher got a little tied out of turn 2. For them to be coming up on pit stops, they're still racing really hard here in the pack.
Yeah, Albert right now, after making that pit stop's in the 27th position, so it definitely fell back. Folks, don't worry. He's just the first one to hit pit lane. So it's all going to wash around again. Now, if I'm him, I'm feeling a bit nervous, Ricky, about hopefully there's not a caution until we get through this green flag cycle.
And we've only went 30, was it 31 laps? 30 laps, 31 laps. I don't know what the fuel mileage is. Maybe Albert.
About 33 is what I estimated. And you see the Dylan Bryant coming in right now, so he just came in a couple laps early.
Yeah,
see,
he undercut it a little.
You got good enough Adamson, Robertson, Gallagher, Dixon, Williams, Klein, Barish, Warren, Benfield, and Cawthon all on pit lane right now.
Go high, Jonathan. I'm going in this time.
47 pitting. 29 this time. 29 in.
And the rest are coming in. You hear them calling out on the radio.
13 pitting. 13 pitting.
23's got pit. Car going in.
As
Yeah,
you
if
see,
they can go
yeah.
roughly 33 laps, Alan, I think everybody, Albert may not be able to make it to the end, but everybody else should be able to make it
Yeah,
with
'cause
one more stop.
They just crossed over for lap 70. One more stop at around, yeah. I was calculating,
Yeah,
you got to get past lap 100 for your last stop. And these guys can definitely, I think Albert would be okay because this will get them to 103. These guys. And I think Albert only came in a couple laps earlier. Let's see, they're here on 70.
So if it gets him to lap 100, then he's okay.
Yeah, I would think it pretty close. And Anderson went in on 65, though. That's, yeah, that's close.
Yeah, I don't.
That's
yeah,
98. He's kind of 2 laps short by my calculation, unless he does some really hard fuel saving. I don't know if he's counting on maybe that's not going green. See Jacob Alicia come back out. He blends back in around the 3rd position, just in front of Albert Anderson. Albert's coming around him on the outside at full song. And overtakes Alicia, leaving him in 4th. See who's not hit the pit lane so far. Maybe Jonathan Osborne. He's running 2nd right now.
Yeah,
Got
he's off cycle, though, where he pitted halfway through the run where he didn't take tires. So he's going to have to pit. Let's see.
Around 85,
He's
I
already-
got. Yeah.
Yeah, he's 18 laps into this run here. So he needs a caution like right now. If he got a caution right now, he'll be in okay.
Yes, he'd have a chance to go in there and get new tires and kind of be on equal footing at the front of the field, towards the front of the field. He's dropping pretty well right now. Those old tires are really hurting him. Well, let's see. Anybody else? Everybody else has pretty much gone in on lap 68, 69, or as early as 65. You saw Albert. Is Russ Kilgore back out here? He is. He had to go in and get some repairs, apparently, because he's on lap 60. So he's like 10 laps down right now. Set 12 laps down, nearly. But it's great on Russ racing with us out of Yorkville, Illinois, to stay out there, get those all valuable points to try and finish as high as he can in the championship as we're winding down the season here. He was last on pit lane at lap 38, according to what I'm looking at. He's really on some old tires. You see these guys flying past him like he's not even there. Well, it looks like pretty much made it through. Let's run through the field one more time. Dylan Bryant's got 1st place. Jacob Alicia, Dylan's out to a 2-second lead over Jacob Alicia here, who's not got much of a lead. He's running in 2nd, but he's got Trevor Robertson right on his back. Albert Anderson out there, but Albert coming in a few laps early. He's currently running 4th, but about to be passed by Tim Pope there with fresher tires. Now overtaking or trying to overtake for 4th. So this is 4th and 5th. Mike Adamson in 88. He's in 6th. We just saw Lori come across the screen asking for a crank it up segment. We'll do that right after this. Craig Good Enough running here in the 7th position, having a good run so far. Down 3 spots, so not as good as he would want, I'm sure, but not terrible nonetheless. All right, 1 tick higher on his, I think, highest heart rate. I think he had 133 last time. That might have been 134 already. His current heart rate's down a bit. He was like 116 there for a while. Now he's sitting around 103. So cool as a cucumber at the moment. That number 89. John McAdam next up, running in 8th, just in front of the 123 machine of John Gallagher. The John and John show here. Chris Gomes a bit further back, racing out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Chris really need to be up here on the back bumper of Dylan Bryant or passing him to start gaining some points. He's about 17 points behind Dylan Bryant coming into this race, with only a few more races to go to try and catch up and overtake him for the championship. Jesse Redding running here in the 11th position, up 5 spots so far. That 21 machine. 12, John Shanebacher running in 12th. 12th running in 12th. That's twice tonight he's been doing that.
He should change his car number to 1.
Right. Right. Scott Roney just passing the 81 there. Scott's running in 13th. And Osborne's running in 14th, but I think Dave Mayberry, is going to take over that spot now, leaving Jonathan in 15th. They're just lining up behind him now. I got 13 of Andy Player. Jack Dixon, 17th, looking to get by as well. And Stoney Benfield in that 75 machine running 18th. 5's making a move. Oh, that was really tight there. 5 was looking to make a move on Stoney Benfield there, but thought better of it as he saw Stoney arcing into the corner. Greg Klein here, 20th position. net 92. Kelly Kilt down 4 spots, racing in 21st at the moment. Rick Dawson 22nd. Scott Milner out of Pittsburgh, Indiana, racing in 23rd. Going around the wounded number 10 machine of Andrew Cawthon. That was Deion Jones running in 24th. And a bit further back, Aaron Warren in the 25th position. Aaron all by himself there. I don't know if he suffered some problems on pit lane or something may have happened. As we mentioned previously, Andrew Cawthon out there running wounded, but staying out there nonetheless to get as many points as he can. It's like Tom Barris just hit pit lane running in 27th. And that is through the field, folks. We jump back up to the front. Dylan Bryant has his lead kind of cut down a bit. He was over 2 seconds, but now he's only 1.1 second out in front of Jacob Alicia. Jacob is notorious, Ricky, for saving his stuff and coming on strong at the end of these races.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys out here that's got really good about saving their equipment and coming on strong. Robertson's good at that. Pope is always good at that. Then you've all got that. Chris Goins, he's always really good at that, but he just doesn't seem to have the pace tonight that he normally does.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. Running in 10th is, don't know if he suffered some damage he's having to live with or what have you. They don't have any fast repair in this series, so if he did, he's not going to be able to get away with that. Maybe it's not cosmetic. You know, what we can see, maybe he damaged it by his wheel or something by brushing the wall, which is pretty easy to do.
Got to throw out in the chat, Tabby, Kingston, and Sissy out there cheering for Trevor Robertson. And Kyle Vaught said, "Go Trevor!" So they're trying to will Trevor to the front, and it's working now. And he's closing in. He's right there on Alicia, and they're closing in, trying to close in on the 51.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They do. So the 51 does have a 1-lap deficit to Jacob Alicia on tires, but not on Robertson. They're on the same tire. Then you go back just a little bit further to Tim Pope, and Tim Pope has a 1-lap advantage over your leader as well. So right now, we're going to go ahead, folks. If you want to, go ahead and crank up those speakers in your headphones or on your computer or television. We're going to do a Crank It Up segment at the request of Lori, the admin, Lori Vaught, out there. If you enjoy that thing and want to hear what it sounds like in these virtual trucks, go ahead and crank it up, and we will be right back. right, folks, that was your Crank It Up segment. Hope you enjoyed that. A little bit of a loud V8 engine noise always gets the heart pumping. And we should not be that far from the final pit stops. We're at lap 91. They got to get, 9 more laps at least. I would go a little further, Ricky. I would go like 103, 104 if I had the fuel.
Yeah, I would go as far as I could, just in case there is a late race caution and you don't want to give up the track position. You'll have a little fresher tires.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Hey, folks, if you're out there and you're watching, you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We are live here every Wednesday and Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. On Wednesday nights, we have the Premiere Series like tonight. And then on Fridays, we have the Vanquish Series, which is going to be an ARCA, the brand new ARCA iRacing vehicle beginning in the new season, which is only a few weeks away. And I kind of want to talk about that. So we did like a vote for the Vigilante Vanquish Series. The Friday night series is now gearing up for the new season, as I mentioned, and Lori interviewed all the available drivers and gave them some options, Ricky. You know, she was looking at 4 different cars. We wanted to make that series even more unique from the Premiere Series. It already is a Speedway series, you know, and the ARCA car won out really in a landslide from what she briefed me on. So next season, the Vanquish Series will race the new ARCA Series car. You know, like I said, that series is already at the Speedway Battleground for Vigilante Racing League. And now we've selected the ARCA as the new vehicle of choice to further elevate and distinguish the identity of that series. You know, more speed, more challenge, more chaos. And that's what we're here for. So now we're building the next era of the Vanquish Series together. And welcome to ARCA Racing beginning 6th February 2026 is going to be the first race, Ricky.
Yeah, it should be interesting. You know, I kind of figured that was going to win the vote. I think, honestly, for a Speedway series, you know, ARCA cars tend to draft a lot better than anything else. They don't have quite as much horsepower, and it seems like in the iRacing sim, you can kind of beat on each other just a little bit more with the ARCA cars than you can with some of the other cars. So I would imagine that the racing will be pretty tight in the ARCA cars in the Vanquish series. And you may be muted.
Yeah, you there?
Yep, gotcha.
Yeah. So I'm really excited for this. I think it's gonna be interesting on the possibility of some of these drivers having their driving style suit that car, I guess, better than the truck. We might see some guys up there contending for the win in the championships that we don't see today.
Yeah, and I think with the way that I've seen some streamers that stream some ARCA races, and it seems like on any of the mile and a halves, just about, they are drafting pretty much most of the race. So I think those guys that like that kind of racing and the drafting and the close pack, they're gonna excel with the ARCA cars.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's gonna be pretty awesome. You're riding on board right now with Kelly Kill, both on the roof cam and in his in real life sim driver view. I like this when you can see side by side these guys driving the truck at the same time. Sometimes I go inside the truck in the cockpit too, but I like the roof cam a little better. What's your favorite view?
Yeah, I like the roof cam. I think the best. That's kind of my favorite view.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool, especially when you do the onboard and you can kind of see what they're doing without the all the roll cage and everything wrapped around you. You can see the entire stadium and the other trucks around them. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, when I used to race a lot of the old sim games before iRacing forced you in cockpit, I would always race on that roof cam view. I always thought it gave the best immersion. It felt better, and you could kind of see a little bit better with that roof cam view.
Yeah, for sure. Now, me personally, I like that they forced you into the side inside the truck, just to, hey, so you know more as a simulator. You know more what it actually feels like, your obstructed view and things of that nature. All right, we're gonna jump back up front. So we were talking to how Alicia was kind of tracking down Dylan Bryant, but that's really kind of steadied. I mean, he was like 1.1. He's still kind of right there. Oh, that's because Bryant's coming in. So, but he was holding pretty steady there. Bryant's making his final pit stop at 99. He's going to cross over just for 100 while he's on pit lane, so that's right on the money.
Now, these guys that stay out, they don't lose too much time over these next few laps. They're going to make it up at the end of the race, so it really will be interesting to see what happens now.
Yep, you see Tim Pope also staying out, so you got 31's calling out that he's going in, not willing to give up that time. Let's see if the 7 stays out.
Oh,
Nope.
Kelly Kill smokes the wall and almost wrecks on the backstretch.
Oh, there he is. So your leader, Jacob Alicia, Tim Pope, your leaders, McAdam, and others are on pit lane. So they didn't stay out very long. They went ahead and jumped in there knowing that the 51, they will have 1 lap advantage on the 51, but that's not too much. We'll see. It's going to come down to how well they get through traffic on and off pit lane, things of that nature. Right now, Chris Goins is staying out, though. Your current leader.
And they were basically 2 seconds off of their fastest laps at the end of this run, so I guess you can't stay out too much longer.
Nah, here he comes right now. Chris Goins, that is. Jesse Redding stays out. Jesse's probably not on the same cycle with them. Mayberry, Schabacher, Dobson, Player. Here's like a big old bunch of them here coming in. Thanks right to the box clean. Right now, the leader is Jesse Redding in that 21 machine. 21 just called out, though. He's coming in, but he's staying out a few extra laps. Dave Mayberry is on pit lane as well. Now, this should hand over the lead back to Dylan Bryant. He's coming out of 3 and 4. Actually, as I was 1 and 2, he's going to come all the way back around to pass Redding. Redding's on pit lane. Dylan's going into 3. He's definitely going to pass him, but just see how much. T. Brown in 22 out there saying he's going to come down to pit strategy. Indeed. Anybody else out there in the chat while we're going through that?
Yeah, that's we're kind of caught up, I believe, from the last time that we talked there.
Okay. So the 51 has reassumed the lead with Trevor Robertson right there behind him in second. And Tim Pope behind him in third, all over Robertson, in fact. As is Jacob Alicia all over the 7. So let's take a look and see when did they go in. So 44 was the lap that Dylan went in. 43 for Robertson and Pope, and then 43 for Alicia.
Yeah, I'm tracking that Robertson.
That doesn't seem right.
No, I'm tracking Robertson and Dylan Bryant.
Oh, I got it backwards.
4 laps.
Yep.
And Pope and Alicia 3 laps, and that seems about right. So if
I'm looking at the wrong column. Yep, I was looking at the wrong column.
If Pope and Alicia don't let Dylan Bryant get away, they're in pretty good shape. They was gaining slowly that last run, but now they're getting the draft, and they've got 1 lap fresher tires, and that may make enough of a difference.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong number. Pit lane number is 99 and 100, so Dylan went in at 99, and Pope and Alicia, like you said, were in 1 lap later at 100. Robertson also 99, sitting there in 4th position. If these guys hook up, which it looks like they are at the moment, they're catching.
They caught that lap. I don't know what happened with Jack Dixon, but he's off the pace. Just went a lap down there in 24th. So him and Anthony Williams both seemingly off the pace somewhat.
So we're looking at 0.33 gap between first and second, and reducing down to 0.29. 2.8, definitely gaining. The battle may come down between Pope and Alicia for the win. And Dylan Bryant's not going to give up easy on this. We still got a long way to go, though. That's the problem. He's holding tough, though. He keeps kind of fluctuating between that 0.29 and now he's up to 0.4.
You know, if they had a caution right now, Jonathan Osborne would be in tremendous shape. He's still in 5th. And he's got a set of tires. He's got to pit again. pretty soon. He's got maybe 5 or 6 more laps. But if he would get that caution in the next 5 or 6 laps, he is going to be in the catbird seat.
3 guys right here running nose to tail, hoping to catch up with the first place. Watching off the back deck of Trevor Robertson. So it's kind of steadied out, actually. I thought I heard somebody saving. That can't be right. Maybe. Because Trevor went in at 99. That's super close on fuel. Yeah, he's saving. You hear that?
I mean, well, that would mean Dylan Bryant should probably be saving too.
And that might be why Pope's not really kind of forcing the issue at the moment. He knows he's got a little bit extra fuel. Let's listen.
There's a gaggle of cars for 14th, just beating on each other back here. We could have a caution anytime.
Let's go back here and take a look at that. I just wanted to confirm. I did just hear him. He is saving fuel for sure. Let's listen going in this corner. We'll jump back here and watch this battle for 14th. Nope, she kind of stays off of it right there, but he definitely clutched earlier. All right, here we go. That's probably the battle you're talking about. Good enough, off the pace. Either saved a set of tires or there's wounded. Not his normal pace for sure. He was just in on pit lane at 99. Can't imagine he didn't take any. Let's take a look. He was on there a pretty good while, so should have been able to get tires. But again, he may be saving fuel as well, having gone in at 99.
Yeah, these guys that went in at 99, they're going to be tight.
23 laps to go. So what do you think out there in the chat? Are the guys that went in just a little bit early, they're going to make it on fuel? We're going to see a bunch of trucks running out in the last lap.
Don't you kind of feel like it's like real life NASCAR though, when they're on TV and they're like, oh, these guys are tight on gas and there's no way they can make it, and then all of a sudden they make it and then have 2 or 3 extra laps to burn. So I don't know how that happens, but it happens every time.
Yeah, it's just those, got those guys who are tremendous at saving fuel. Same thing in here. You got some guys who's like, man, I have no idea how you did that, how you saved that much fuel. And we got some guys who can do that for sure. I think you're one of them when you're on the track. So you should know all about it.
Yeah, that's the only way I could be upfront sometimes is to save a little bit extra gas.
Tim McAdam out there in the chat say, hey, man, we need a caution. He's wanting to spice things up a bit.
I'd say about 95% of the field would like a caution right now.
Oh, yeah. Take a look at this. I mean, this 5-truck gaggle you were talking about, they just can't stay away from each other.
Tim Pope has really backed his pace off. I wonder if he's having to save more than expected, because it seems like they've all spread way out just in the last couple of laps. I think they're all doing different stuff saving gas.
We got Alicia up there. He is saving. You hear Tim? He is saving fuel. Let's see if your leader, Dylan Bryan, is. As he crosses the start-finish line, we'll stay inside the truck here and listen. If he is, he's just doing it by lifting a little bit early, and that's probably not, I wouldn't imagine that's going to get him there. It might.
Well, they may be too far back, but Chris Gones and Jesse Redding are both probably in the best positions gas-wise of anybody in the top 10.
Yeah, Chris is up 6 spots, and we said he wasn't having the run that we thought he was going to have, but maybe he's the Cheshire cat there sitting there saving fuel the whole time, and we're just sitting there saying, wondering why is he not fast tonight?
Yeah, but he's so far back. I mean, Dylan Bryant could run out of gas halfway down the backstretch on the last lap and still beat Gones to the line.
Yeah, he's saving fuel still. You see he's circled. That number 8 circle there, that's him. He's nearly almost a half a lap down, to your point. I mean, the leader could run out. He may not catch him before he crosses the line. Or he's like, don't jinx it, Tim McAdam. You hear Dylan Bryant, he's backed his pace off. You hear that? He's not even running full song, it doesn't sound like.
Well, if you're looking at trying to just see what's going on, like the last 5-lap average, Dylan Bryant's a 32.05, Alicia's a 32.4, and Pope and Robertson are in the 32.7s. But then you've got these guys behind them that's 31s, McAdam, Gallagher, Gones, Redding. I think those guys are not saving as much gas, and
they may have already saved early in the run.
The last lap, Bryant was half a second slower than Pope and Alicia. I think Pope maybe has got comfortable or saved enough to where he's going to take off again. I don't know. This is definitely a fuel strategy race now.
You get the bottom here, Stoney.
All right, you're looking at Tim Pope right now. Let's see if you can see that leader. The leader's way up there. He's still saving. I just heard him clutch again. Still saving that fuel. You jump up forward. Here goes a 51, trying to get around these guys as quick as he can, these lap trucks. So now he's in front. You can see he's the red truck out there in front of those 2 lap trucks. This is interesting. See, I love this kind of stuff. I know some people want to see carnage and restarts and everything else. I like this, the thinking man's kind of race. .31's looking a little bit spicy now.
Professional.
Right here for a second, see if we can hear if Jacob's saving any fuel. I hear 10's going down pit lane. We kind of figured that. He's been really off the pace.
The McAdam, Gallagher, Gones, and Roney are mowing down. They're about to catch Robertson in 4th. Those guys are not having. They're not saving that much. If they're saving, they're not saving much.
I tell you, Gallagher was on pit lane at 99. McAdam was at 100. Gones is at 101. Gones should be in the best shape. Let's see how far back he is now from the leader. And is he saving? Look at the track map. And caution just came out.
Oh, my goodness.
Mike Adamson crashed. This changes everything. With 12 laps to go, going to be probably 8 at least by the time we go back to green. All right, here we go. 92 and the 88 are here side by side.
Oh,
just come together. Yep, that'll do it. A lot of guys were praying for that, probably a little bit earlier than what they got it. Let's see who still has tires in the pits. Now, you mentioned the 81. Let's see how this works out for him.
He had to pit, didn't he?
He's
already had to pit.
Yeah, so now, let's see. Is he down?
He'll be a lap down.
What I'm looking at here, he's 2 laps down, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not going to help him out. Here's an 88 trying to get around. Looks like 92 might have got a little bit loose, come down. There's a bit of net code involved, too. That's all she wrote. All right, now what? They're going to come around here. Let's see. Is anybody going to go on pit lane?
I don't think they... Well, if they were close on gas, this caution probably helps them to be okay. If I was at the back and I thought I was still close, I might come in and get gas just to be safe if there was a green, white, checkered. But I don't think anybody's got tires.
I was going to say, do you think anyone has tires left?
Well...
Nobody goes in here. Let's see.
McAdam,
they
Gallagher,
go back up. There they go.
And Roney are coming in.
McAdam, Gallagher, Roney, Klein, Warren, and Mike Adamson. Of course, Mike was involved in an accident, so...
Yeah, no tires, though. None of them have tires. They're just popping off.
Gas and go.
So these guys are banking on and maybe a green, white, checker. Thinking that there could be a green, white, checkered.
Seems like it. Yep.
And honestly, even if there is, if they somehow had another caution between now and then, even the guys that were really tight and maybe wasn't going to make it, I bet they would still be able to make it even with the green, white, checkered if they have another caution in between.
All right. So what are you thinking, man? You think Tim Pope on his return from hiatus is going to bring home the checker tonight? Or is it going to be Dylan Bryant?
Man, you never could count out Tim Pope, but Bryant's been tough and Pope's not been racing, so I don't know. I know that, man, it could just come down to who's saved their tires a little bit better here. And Pope and Alicia both have one lap fresher tires than Bryant.
Sure do.
And now if none of them are having to save gas, you're going to see if that really makes that much of a difference or not. And Gones has, he's got the best tires. And
yeah,
he's
Gones,
right up into the fifth now. So
sure does. And he went in on lap 101. He's probably totally good on fuel compared to those guys and the best tires. So yeah. What's the number one guy for him here? You know he wants to get as close to that 51 or past that 51 as he can. He wants to take on the victory if he's able. This is going to be a dogfight.
You're upstairs, Dave.
See Pert Leclerc out there. I'm rooting for my guy, but I also wouldn't mind some good live TV. That's right. T Brown 22 out there. This is going to be exciting. And Lori says Pope's last race here was on race 1, and he won. Race 1 of this season, Lori, is that what you're talking about? Coming around, getting ready to go green. Let's ride on board with Chris Gomes for this restart. What do you think?
yeah, he's going to have a good view because he's going to be right in the middle of it. Lori, I think Pope's last race anywhere, you could almost say he won. It's just
nearly.
Poor, Tim.
Here we go. You'll see that truck pull down on a pit lane. We're going to have 8 laps to go when we cross the line. Question is this going to breed more cautions? I hope not. I want to see a dogfight here. See these different strategies come to, confluence here, and who's going to come out on top. Or he said, right, Ricky? Here we go. Controlled by 51. He gets to launch first inside the restart zone. I'm going to jump off here just for a second. Take a look at the blimp. Good restart by the 51. 31's getting underneath there. Riding on board with Chris Gomes. Right now in the 5th position. 8 laps to go. 51's out there. 31's battling with the 7. Exactly what the 51 wants to see. Oh. A little blink there from the 51. Seven is free and clear. He is not there yet. He has got to run there. Look at this. Nowhere to take at the moment. 31's going to try to get up underneath him. Six is challenging the 31 to 7. Is trying to get past the 51, but he's got to worry about his rear door. 31 loses some angle there.
The 1.
Yep, 3 wide.
Oh, he got loose on the bottom. I think he had to pedal it. You could just see him lose all that momentum.
Sure did. 6 laps coming to 5.
Tim Brown telling John McAdam just to send it. He's having to send it from back in the pack because he came in and got that gas. Tim, what you want to see is a green, white checkered because that would definitely help John out.
For sure.
I'm sorry about that, Dawson. I got tight when they got me 30 seconds lost.
Sounds like the 81-085 may have had a little bit of contact, but both still rolling. And I don't know. I just don't see the 7. It's not really closing in. Maybe he's cooling off his tires for the moment. Looking to make a final run. But I tell you, with 4 laps to go, I'd be getting pretty nervous that I wouldn't have a chance. As he goes to the outside.
Like the momentum is just not there to get the run that he needs.
May get some help from the 6 machine if he's getting up to him.
Oh, if he gets under him. Oh,
yeah.
Tim got under him.
There he is. This might be for the race.
And now, where's the 6 going to go? If he goes with Pope, I think Pope's in a really good spot, and they're teammates.
Yep. Oh, a little loose there.
Oh, Pope got a little loose.
Wow, this is really tight. He's not done yet. He doesn't get around him. 51's able to go ahead and close the door. 31 on the outside here. 3 laps to go.
Good enough. Where the heck did good enough come from?
Whoa, a little scrape there. Hangs on to it.
He's got some serious speed. I don't know if he had tires or what, but he's flying.
He sure is. 2 laps to go. Next flag.
Anywhere to go with it, though.
Look at this gaggle for the win. Oh, this battle is going to, man, they're going to gift this to the 51. Maybe not. Here comes the 31.
The
really getting a run.
31's going to have a run. Yeah. Oh, Pope and good enough. Banging.
All right, 1 lap to go. This is it.
No draft behind it. I think that's going to help Dylan Bryant hang on. Because now the 31 has no help behind him.
And not very much momentum making it down the backstretch for the final time, going into 3 and 4. It's going to be probably the 51 unless there's some tremendous run out of the corner here by the 31. I don't see it happening. But here he goes. He's going for it.
He's out of gas. He's out of gas.
He's out of fuel. Oh, my God. The 31 brings it home to victory. Oh, what heartbreak for the 51. The 31 brings it home. Top step, Alicia. Good enough second. Gones in third. 51 heartbreak in the last turn. I didn't see that coming. I thought he was good on fuel. He must have been burning more out front than we realized.
Oh.
31 looks like he's out of gas right now, too. He's shaking his truck. Where did he end up finishing?
Let's see. I'm good. I got 1 more lap.
Looks like maybe 11th.
Man, well, the points implications are huge right there, though.
Yep. Collins was able to gain on his closest rival there.
Get on the button, buddy.
And it was so close.
1, 2, 3.
Anybody else run out? Did Tim run out? He came in 6th. I don't think he did. I think he pedaled it enough, probably. Wow.
Good one, buddy.
I don't even know what to say other than wow.
Yeah, it's lucky they didn't wad him up. I saw Bryant just jerk it. That was a good move for him to get out of the way, though, because that had to be disgusting to him be coming to the line and run out of gas. Some people would just kind of throw it right in the groove, but he yanked it out of the way.
This is your winning moment. The 31 machine of Jacob Alicia brings it home after the 51 runs out of gas on the final turn. Just an unbelievable turn of events at the end of this race. And Jacob Alicia bringing it home for Indianapolis in the big red machine here. That's incredible. Hey, folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to have interviews with your top 3 finishers, the podium finishers, Jacob Alicia, Craig Goodenough, and Chris Gomes sitting there in 3rd position. As we're watching the 31 go around here just a bit. Like I said, we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, folks, we are back, and we're going to have an interview here with your third place finisher, Mr. Chris Gomes, having brought it home third tonight. Hey, Chris, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey, man, what a finish. What a race. At one point, we were you got to tell us what strategy was. At one point, we saw you kind of like mid-pack to latter part of mid-pack, and wonder what happened to you tonight. But you might have been the Sly Fox the whole time playing the strategy or something. How was it from behind the wheel?
Well, I wasn't anticipating or planning on being back that far. We were racing pretty hard there, that middle stint, and I kind of got up in the wall and lost a bunch of spots, a bunch of track position there. So, with the way the cautions fell, it was going to put us really close on fuel there at the end. And so, being the strategist that I am and not the speed demon, I started doing some math and calculated what I needed to save and started saving a little bit. I hated to see that late caution there because I actually had fuel to the end. I think I may have been one of the very few. So, but no harm, no foul. We still came out with a P3. I'll take it, and I think it was a good help to our championship going into last round.
No, yeah, for sure. I think Ricky was commenting on that. He thought you were in the best position to maybe even win this thing as we were winding down there right before that caution. But hey, Ricky, for our third place finisher, what do you got for him, man?
Hey, Chris. Yeah, good run. I'm sure that's a good points finish, especially with what happened to Dylan there at the very end. What was going on during the race there? Not to discredit anybody else, but you wasn't right up front. You was kind of in that 6th to 10th range. Was you fighting some kind of tight condition, or was it just not working for you as good tonight?
Well, here this place just chews up the right front, and my goal was to not do that. And so I was really a little bit more conservative on corner entry and corner exit. And trust me, there's a handful of guys, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys that are faster than me here. I mean, there's just hands down. So I got to think of any way that I can to kind of get the upper hand. So I was taking it easy a little bit there, just kind of riding, trying to keep the truck from pushing real hard in the draft, because that's going to burn that right front up even more, and just try and maintain steady tire wear and heat. And I hate to see Dylan run out there at the end. It's as good of a race as he had. But like I said, if it had gone green, I was hoping that it would. So I thought we were in a good spot there too.
Yeah, Chris, man, you came into this race with about a 17-point deficit on the championship. You are now sitting, this is unofficial, barring any kind of penalties or bonus points you may receive. You're only 9 points out of the championship lead with 3 races to go. Talladega Auto Club and Homestead. Talladega's, is more of a gamble than Vegas is, honestly, in my opinion. But how do you feel about your chances with those 3 venues coming up of putting that High Tide Hospitality machine at the top step of the championship at the end of the season?
Well, I'm going to be saying some extra prayers for that Talladega race. It's just it's a crapshoot there. I mean, you either finish well or you get killed in the process. So the other 2, Auto Club, I think everybody is pretty good there. I think it's another tire track though, so maybe we can kind of use our strategy there for sure. And I definitely feel pretty good about Homestead. I had some good runs there recently, so looking forward to that as well.
All right, man. Well, great job here tonight, coming home in third place. Before we let you go, do you have any shout-outs for teams, fans, or family?
Yeah, absolutely. High Tide Hospitality, as always. If you're in the Charlotte area, go check out the restaurants. Ace Number 3, Sea Level Charlotte, the Waterman Fish Bar. Want to shout out my teammates over here, Jesse Redding and John McAdam this week. With John had some bad luck with fuel there, so he had to pit late, but Jesse came out with the top 5. So good run. Hopefully we can keep up the momentum and work together next week. Shout out to Lori and everybody here over here at VRL. So always have a good time and enjoy the races. She does a good job with the admin responsibilities too. So, and then obviously you guys over here with VRN. Nice to have both you guys in the booth, and fun to always go back and watch these things.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll see you next week at Talladega. Good luck.
I appreciate it, y'all. Take it easy.
Good night. Third place finisher, Chris Gomes. We're going to move up one more step on the podium to Craig. Good enough. Really good run for that man tonight as he brings it home second. So, hey, Craig, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Got you, buddy. What's up?
Hey, man. What a run for you tonight. I mean, you started fourth. You kind of dropped back at some points of the race there. Don't know if some strategy plays happening there, but find yourself one spot out of winning this tonight here at Vegas. How was it from behind the wheel?
It was a lot of ups and downs. I mean, my peak heart rate was 157 and my average was 99. So yeah, it was a lot of ups and downs. The first stayed right there, third, fourth, running good, and then had a stop that I slipped through my box. That dropped me back to like 8th, 9th. And that's kind of where I ran the majority of the race after that. Just ran that, and then we come to that last stop, and I was about 4 laps short. And I knew I stopped with the leader, so I knew everybody else was 4 laps short. So I came out like 4th or 5th. No, I came out like 6th there, and I just instantly went to save mode. Dropped back to like 16th, 18th, and then finally came into fuel. Was good on fuel, started trucking back forward. And I noticed pretty quickly that I had way better tires than everybody else because of the saving. And then that caution came out, restacked us, and I had enough fuel and better tires than everybody around me. So kind of played into my favor. I didn't see it playing that way. And then Dylan came out of fuel on the way to the line. So that got me one spot better than I thought I was going to.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, Ricky, what do you have for our second place finisher here tonight?
Yeah, it's just kind of a crazy race, Craig. I don't know what to make of it. Sometimes it just kind of falls into your lap, and it seems like that one went your way. I know you've had some bad luck. That kind of maybe made up for some of the bad luck. Did you think you had a chance at all to win there at the end, or did you was just trying to get to the top 3?
I was thinking just top 3. Dylan running out was kind of a little blessing. I didn't see that happening. I figured by that point coming around 4 that he had it. So I was like, if I can get up to top 3, that would be a solid. So it's a little icing on the cake. But it seems like every time, you always worry about the ones that got away better than the ones that feel good. Just always seems that way.
Well, hey, man, you had a great run. We're going to Talladega, Auto Club, and Homestead to round out this season. How are you feeling about your chances at those venues?
I think it'll be good. Talladega should be fun. It's a little wider than Daytona, so it helps my drafting track skills a little bit better. And then the rest of the ones I think will be really good to finish out the season. I'm excited. And then I'm super excited if we talk about doing the Chase next year, so that'll be great.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I think Lori's got some announcements coming up on that. But hey, before I let you go, man, how do you have any shout-outs for teams, fans, or family?
Of course, Team Apex got Andy and Mayberry helping me with strategy and practice. We did some practice this week, and then Roni helped us with a bunch of practice this week. It sucks that he ran out of fuel and was running top 5 and went back. And then, of course, everybody out in YouTube land watching. Thanks for watching, tuning in, supporting, growing the YouTube channel for VRL. And then, of course, you guys for putting on the broadcast, and Lori for putting up with all of us hoodlums.
Indeed, she does do that. But hey, man, great run here tonight. We'll see you at Talladega next week. Congratulations.
Okay, thanks. You guys have a great night.
Yeah, man, you too. All right, folks, that is your second place finisher, Mr. Craig Goodenough, bringing it home in that second position. I mean, a great run for him. He's not really in the hunt for the championship right this season. I think he's around 12th at the moment. So I'm sure he's eager to reset and get into this next line. So let's take one final step up, Ricky, to Jacob Alicia. Here, the man himself. Let's see if I can make sure I find this. Indeed. And we'll pull him up. Hey, Mr. Jacob Alicia. Do you sound and Ricky in the booth? You got me, buddy.
Hey guys, how's it going?
It's going really well, man. Going even better for you, bringing it home top step of the podium. How you feeling about that tonight?
Oh my goodness, what a dramatic finish, my guys. I was 4th place on lap 130, and I came away with the win. What a crazy finish.
Yeah, that was incredible. I mean, you were really hauling around the outside and getting that momentum. You had a chance, even without him running out of fuel, but I thought that at the last turn, you probably didn't have anything to be able to get around him for that last little bit if it weren't for the fuel. But man, you got to manage everything, and sometimes that's the breaks, man. So you bring it home, I'm sure you're not willing to give the trophy back, are you?
No way. You have to take it from my cold dead hay.
Yeah, you got to win it however you can. Hey, Ricky, what do you have for the champion tonight?
Yeah, Jacob, good win. Know that one kind of fell into your lap there out of turn 4. I thought coming to the white flag, you might have had a chance for a run on Dylan Bryant, but then guys behind you got to racing, and I didn't think that you had enough draft. So was you kind of just resigned to the fact you was going to finish second until he ran out of gas?
Well, I definitely didn't have the same oomph as the guys behind me were fighting, and not behind me. But I knew earlier in the race I was about 1 lap ahead on Dylan, and then in that long second to last stint where we all started saving real hard, Dylan was up a couple seconds. So he definitely could have been saving harder. Going into that turn, I got the note that I had 2 laps of fuel remaining. So I thought, okay, he's got to have about 1 lap of fuel remaining. He didn't save very hard. He might be running out here short. So I never gave up hope. And luckily, just when it seemed like all was lost, that's when he started to slow.
Well, man, tremendous job here tonight. We're going to Talladega next, and then followed by Auto Club and Homestead to finish out the season. How do you feel your chances are at those 3 venues wrapping up this fall season?
I think I'm going to have a chance to make it real close. I think it's going to be a very exciting run to the finish, and nice and exciting for the viewers at home.
Indeed, man. So, hey, before I let you go, do you have any shout-outs for teams, fans, or family?
A shout out to you two in the booth. I am so excited to watch this one back and hear you guys talk about how crazy that finish was. Shout out to Lori to organize everything today. And shout out again to the boys on my radio, keeping me calm, cool, and collected, and helping me remember that saving gas was so important, because at the end I didn't have to roll the dice, and I didn't crap out.
No, for sure, man. And congratulations once again. We'll see you next week in Talladega.
See you then.
All right, buddy. Good night. So that's your champion here tonight, Mr. Jacob Elisha, bringing it home top step in that 31 Big Red Spearmint Gum machine. You can't decide which one he wants to chew on, but he definitely chewed on some competitors tonight and brought it home top step. Any final thoughts, Ricky?
Yeah, just, Las Vegas, like you said, roll the dice and see what happens. And they was rolling the dice on gas mileage, and Dylan Bryant came up a little short after dominating the race, and Alicia got the win. I think he was talking about crapping out there, though, at the end. Next week's where you got to worry about crapping out. That is the ultimate dice roll with just a couple of races left in the championship.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're in Vegas, and it's a gambling town, but Daytona and Talladega and oval racing, I feel like, are the biggest gambles of all. So I'm looking forward to the race. Hopefully you're able to make it as well, and we have a tremendous run to this championship in the final 3 rounds. But with that, folks, I just want to thank my wife, Lori, once again. You heard everybody talk about it. She does a lot for this league and for me in particular. And we are finishing out round 10 and officially putting that in the books, and looking forward to Talladega Super Speedway for next week's contest. So be sure to tune into VRN at 8:45 Eastern Standard Time so you don't miss any of the racing action. But until then, race fans, remember, stay sharp, stay fast, stay vigilante, and we'll see you next time. Good night.
This ain't your mama's racing stream.